David Chang is basically the man. He's built a restaurant empire faster than anybody, and his food's delicious.
Meet Chef David Chang, one of New York City's brightest culinary stars. He's the chef and owner of all the Momofuku restaurants, as well as Mapesh.
David Chang has also won 3 James Beard Awards, which are basically the Oscars for chefs. Esquire magazine calls him one of the most influential people of the 21st century.
Chang has also teamed up with writer Peter Meehan to create Lucky Peach. It was declared the best new food magazine of 2011 by The Atlantic magazine. David and Peter, welcome.
Thanks for having us, guys.
So first, quickly, the magazine, because Gail has a copy of it over there.
This is what struck me about this is what struck me, Charlie, because you have a bleeding fish head, you have a chicken's butt, you have a tattoo of a pig's leg, and I'm thinking, in the magazine land, we always try to make the magazine pretty, the cover, pretty and inviting, and we want to draw you in. And when I first saw it, I thought, how in the world can this be good? That's what I thought, guys, when I first opened it up, and then I opened it up. So what were you all thinking when you launched that with that kind of cover?
We weren't really thinking about what other people wanted. We thought what would be funny and interesting to us. And
there you go. There's the secret right there.
Yeah.
And it's worked. I mean, when you, like Gail said, that was the cover initially, but then you open it up, and inside it's beautiful.
Done.
It's laid out beautifully. It has
done.
these great creative illustrations. It's fun. It's kind of cheeky, and it's not just a food magazine with recipes. So what was your goal here, David? What did you want out of the magazine?
We wanted to sort of tell stories and incorporate different food ideas that you wouldn't find in other magazines, and you know, Peter's writing is fantastic, and our editors just did a good job with it. So,
yeah. No, there's an article, guys, that says, "Who doesn't love cake with a runny middle?" Nobody.
Nobody.
Nobody. I mean, so you come up with articles that really strike a nerve with people.
And that was a chance for us to acknowledge Michel Bras and his contribution to cooking in 1981. He created the runny center cake that now has trickled down to restaurants and supermarkets all over America. So it's a way for us to pay tribute to the profession as well as document what we all love to eat.
What's the most interesting thing happening in the food world today? Is it restaurants? Is it chefs? Is it food? I
think it's food. Obviously, I think more chefs are becoming aware of their importance in terms of the food chain, and I think that the culture of chef has become something that's very strange. Like, nobody really cared about being a chef.
You should speak about the culture of chefs. I mean, I don't know of anyone who's become more, there's been more attention than you. I mean, you're around the world all the time. You're leaving to go to what, Copenhagen or somewhere like that?
Yes.
Sweden?
Yes.
You know, you visit all the restaurants. I once said to him, Gail, who's the best chef in the world? He named Farhad Attia, who he helped me get to come to do a program with me. But, you know.
Did you want to do this as a little boy? Because, listen, we hear about your James Beard Awards. We hear that you're like the Roger Federer of tennis, except no racket, you have a spatula. So growing up, were you thinking, this is what I want to do?
I wanted to grow up to be overrated, yes.
No,
you know,
David,
he was a golfer, too. As a young man, he had real potential.
No, really, David, where did it come? I'm serious. Where did it come from?
My dad was in the industry for like 25, 30 years, and you know, this is not the career he envisioned for his kid, but I didn't want to sit behind a desk. I wanted to do something that I had passion for, and I didn't want to look back. No regrets.
And so what do you love about it? The whole idea of cooking, preparing food.
It's the constant pursuit of perfection, I guess.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. You're never going to obtain, but you know, Peter's seen me and helped write about this in the magazine and in the books, and it's a very frustrating process. So
I'm fascinated by you too, Peter, because you're a food critic. I often thought I could so do that job, just because I love food so much. And your philosophy was you go to a restaurant, review it 3 times. That's what I did too, and I didn't know I was a critic. You give it 3 chances just to see how good or how bad they are. Your passion for food comes from.
It was a late in life discovery like Chang's. It wasn't something I ever planned to do, and I fell into it in my early 20s and pursued it from there, and ended up at the Times, and that was the job. You know, you had to go 3 times to make sure that the restaurants were up to snuff that you reviewed.
What makes you two click, though? I mean, obviously you love food, but there's something much more there. You love hanging out together. You love doing this together.
Well, I always say that we're both pessimists at heart, so
Pessimists?
Yeah. We're glass half empty guys.
You're so cheery.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's a lovely bond.
You share Peter's passion for fashion?
Yes. I was wondering, did you dress up for us today?
Thank you for showing us such respect by coming here like you just got out of bed.
It's always with Chang with me. And
maybe you did.
Well, I was like, I better, Charlie's here, Gail's here, I better put on the jacket.
A quick question before we let you guys go. There obviously was this issue with Paula Deen earlier this year. Yeah. We know what happened with the diabetes now backing a drug. Anthony Bourdain made some pretty strong comments just recently about it. Anything you want to say about that, about them speaking out?
I mean, help us understand it.
I think it's an easy topic to like make fun of, but Tony was right. I think Paula was wrong. That's just my opinion. It's a very crazy topic.
David and Peter, thank you so much. Great to have you here. Thanks to the third issue of Lucky Peach is now available online and hits newsstands on March 13th. That does it for us. We'll see you tomorrow on CBS This Morning.